Greetings one and all, this is Rhythm Works and welcome to my channel with some more Destiny. I am Banner 6v6 PvP multiplayer action style. Before I go any further, I must apologize if you hear a continuous droning. We have got tree surgeons outside cutting down the trees. Why are you cutting down the trees for, man? They ain't done nothing wrong. Leave the trees, man. Hug a tree, man. I'm only kidding. But anyway, before I go any further, I apologize for that. And also, I want to wish YouTube a happy 10th birthday. My goodness, what a phenomenon YouTube has been over the last 10 freaking years, man. Who would have thought that putting up videos of just mundane, boring, sometimes comedic shit would turn out to be the phenomenon that it is now, be embraced by the common man, the brother man, and the other man. And big companies and conglomerates combined. YouTube has done so much in terms of how we view content. Is no longer in the control of news corporations and media corporations and things like that. Is us, we, the ordinary folks that basically have something interesting to say, that will put up something on YouTube. You know, whether it be something that would inspire, make us laugh, make us think deep within ourselves, make us cry. You know, it's being used for good and evil. It's just what it is with everything else. You know, it's being used for good and used for evil as well. The thing is whether you want to basically concentrate on the former or the latter. You know, so with YouTube, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just an amazing phenomenon that we have more or less embraced, to the point where people view YouTube content more than they even watch television. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I have to say, from a professional standpoint, I've learned so much from YouTube. So much. I have to big up the people that actually takes time out to put tutorials up on anything. Not necessarily just video games and what have you, but in anything in life that you basically want to learn about. It's like, for me, in my opinion, there is no excuse. If you want to know how to cook omelets properly, if you want to learn how to cook omelets properly, you go on YouTube. If you want to know how to, I don't know, iron a shirt correctly, go to YouTube. It's like anything. It is a visual Google, and it's of no surprise that Google basically bought YouTube. It's of no surprise to me whatsoever, you know. But it has provided a lot of people with education and recreation, everything, you know. I could go on and on and on and on and on about YouTube, but I think everybody is agreed that YouTube has been such a great addition to our culture over the last 10 years. That's without a doubt. But anyway, moving on swiftly. I'm in the Iron Banner with my brethren, Violent Shooter. This dude loves Iron Banner so much, man, that I had like around 5 bounties to complete, and I had like, the last one was to do 5 missions on Venus, and I was more or less on my 3rd one. And he kind of looked at the situation and thought, well, okay, I think Rhythm can handle this shit on his own, and he just left. And when I went on to check out his profile, he was, guess where he was? Yep, on the Iron Banner, man. So yeah, big up Violent Shooter 01. He's a newly added member of the fire team. Very nice guy, you know, very amiable, very helpful, and very communicative, for want of a better word. And those are the type of people you need, you know, as your wingman to have around you. You know what I mean? When you play games like this, it makes the game enjoyable. And I must admit, you know, Destiny for me now is a completely different game when you have good people, good friends to play with. When you play it by yourself, it can be very daunting. Do you know what I mean? It can be a very lonely place. That's not to say that, you know, I have a problem playing it by myself, you know, but I have had better times playing it with like-minded gamers, as opposed to playing the game with other gamers. Even though they communicate, they don't communicate in a way that is comfortable in your ears. You know what I mean? It can be a bit abrasive, but I do understand that it's intense, and you're in the moment, you're in the throes of battle, you're in the throes of warfare and all that kind of stuff. And people can be forgiven, do you know what I mean? You know, because I do it sometimes. Sometimes I forget myself. But it's when people do it on a constant, you know, that it doesn't make me feel comfortable or entertained in the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, so going through the game and, you know, whittling the wheat from the chaff, as it were, in terms of teammates and fire team members and gaming buddies and co-op buddies. You know, I'm at a stage now where I really feel comfortable with the people who I'm playing with, and yeah, I'm just having a great time with Destiny. I really am, I must say. It has gone from me liking the game a lot to me not really feeling it that much, to me liking it again, to me liking it a whole lot. It is my definite go-to game. I know I've said this about other games, but you know, it's my right, it's my prerogative. So yeah, Destiny, yeah, it stays in the console. That application starts as soon as I put on my PS4. Simple as. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in here doing the whole control thing. Violent shooter. Just trying to knock heads, bust heads. Yeah, so yeah, YouTube, 10 years old. It's 10 years old now, and I have to say that I don't know what we would do without it, to be honest with you. It'll be a weird world if suddenly YouTube was just to drop out, because there'd be no content from we the people, you know, and that would be a sad place. I think YouTubers provide entertainment that has been long needed, but I think with technology it was the perfect time. I think even with the founders of YouTube, it's like with all things, you know, with all phenomena, it's like people who bring things to the masses don't have a vision of how big the thing is going to be. I mean, you know, with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, you know, it was just like a social thing between his brethren in a college campus. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, he didn't realize how big it was going to be, and now it's worth fucking billions, man. You know? But between Facebook and YouTube, I have to say, like, you know, I put YouTube above all of that, because it's visual. It brings your personality, it brings the content, it brings your creativity, it brings all of that to the forefront and to the mainstream as well, to the point where advertisers are watching it, because there are so many adverts now that are being influenced by YouTube content, you know, so many, and that's where they get their inspiration from. Such is the power of YouTube right about now. So yeah, so a very happy 10th birthday to you. I say YouTube, but it's more or less Google. But yeah, just finishing off this Iron Banner thing real quick, and that is more or less all from me today for now. Approaching the weekend, getting ready to do the Evolve technical test tomorrow, and hope to put up some gameplay videos on that. But anyway, it is done, it is over, and thanks for stopping by, thanks for passing through, and as always, you know the coup, whatever the game media format, happy gaming, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next episode of Rhythmworks Gaming, stay blessed, bye God.